I have 5. Yes, 5 siblings. That's rather a lot, I know. But out of those siblings, my older brother, is somebody that has... we've had a bit of a conflicted life. I'll be honest, we've had a little bit of a conflicted life. Much like many brothers growing up, when you're younger, you're at each other's throats a little bit. I was the annoying younger brother. He was the cool older brother that, used to get really frustrated with me, constantly begging him for attention. I've been doing YouTube now for about 6 years, and it is a difficult gig. However, I have, thanks to you wonderful people at home, found a small level of success on YouTube, and I'm using that success now to treat my brother. He has been very, very important to me, and he is now looking to set out on his own journey to try and make his mark on the world, and he wants to start up doing something that he's got a lot of passion for, but was unable to get off the ground and running. So I used my position to try and help him out for his birthday. He is a massive avid golfer. He's got a handicap, I think, of 7 at the moment, which is pretty respectable from what I know, which is absolutely nothing about golf, but he loves it. He absolutely loves it, and he is starting up a podcast. So for his birthday, I managed to get him a full podcasting setup. I wanted to go through the video of how I did this, how we set it up, what we picked up, just so that I can do something and give back to my family. I hope you enjoy. Let's check it out. It was a beautiful, beautiful Welsh summer's day, as you can see. Lovely grey skies up ahead. Now, when I was doing this setup, I knew that my brother Rhys had absolutely nothing to work with. He had no laptop, he didn't have a camera, nothing to really have a microphone with. As somebody who has started a YouTube channel, one of the things that I've always really focused on is trying to make sure that the equipment that I use really enables me to reach the widest audience possible. So I wanted to make sure that I could get him some microphones, I wanted to make sure that he had all of the software set up that he needed, and of course, he needed something to actually edit his videos on. With that involved, I downloaded him the necessary software, I bought him a laptop, and I got some sponsorship, a little bit on them in a moment, for some microphones. I did, of course, get a pair of dynamic microphones so that he could have a conversation with a guest, because that's the best way that's going to be. When it comes to podcasts, and to be honest, when it comes to videos on YouTube, having audio quality being high is far more important than having high video quality. That being said, he is using his standard iPhone as a camera, and I managed to set this all up for him, and it's going to be absolutely fine for this purpose. Anybody that's looking to start the YouTube channel at home, know that you might already have more than you think in getting out of the door. What is going on, tribe? Welcome back to another video with me, your bald-headed boy. How you doing? I am here joined today by my brother, the older, wiser, and far more follically unchallenged one.
I wouldn't say wiser, but yeah, older. Yeah.
Yes, slightly. Yeah, so we're doing something a little bit different today. It is my brother's birthday, not today, but in a short amount of time, and I decided I wanted to help him out. He is an avid golfer and is looking to start his own podcast with a very dear friend of his. So I, in my content creator ways, have decided to get him started. I have with me a bag of tricks, and hopefully we can get my brother set up to start his own podcast. Let's have a look, shall we? My brother is only just starting out. I believe he's got stuff on Instagram at the moment. Is it Instagram? Just Instagram you're using?
Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube already, yeah.
And what's the Instagram channel? What's the YouTube channel called?
So it's called Reading the Break podcast. It's a golf history podcast about the best moments of history in golf. Comebacks, scandals, breakdowns, anything you can think of. No boring clubhouse waffle, just a bit of good dry humour covering the best moments in golf.
How long have you been playing golf then?
I think I've been playing golf since, well, Mum's got photos of me carrying a little plastic golf club set around, if you remember, when I'm this big, so 4 or 5. But I think properly started playing when I was about 12 or 13. So yeah, going on a number of years that I don't want to say.
Too many years,
yeah.
Well, the good thing is you get to use all of those years of expertise now to try and set up your own podcast and make something of it. So
wow.
Let's take a look and see what we've actually got over here. Now, I run a podcast myself, obviously not golf based, but I've been doing a podcast for a number of years now, so I know kind of what we need to get together. So the first thing that I got is this Vocaster 2. So because you're a two-person podcast, this is an audio mixer essentially. Okay. And what you'll have to do with this is it's going to be the central point that you connect all of your microphones to.
Yep.
Real easy to use. Plug and play. Kind of set it up already. That all we have to do is plug the microphones into the bottom, and you've got individual control basically at the back.
Oh, yeah.
You've got one for your host. Have I got this on camera? Yeah, you got one for the host, one for the guest. It can even connect via Bluetooth to your phone. You can physically connect a phone, physically connect a camera, and if you wanted to have speakers as well, you could do that. Do you want to do the honours and pull the film?
Oh, the satisfaction. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was satisfying.
So this is by focus, right? And just to show you the dials over here, what you've got is from here, you'll be able to control by this central knob the gain on the microphones.
Mm-hmm.
You basically just have to either click host or guest, and it'll swap between them. You'll control them individually.
Yep.
Here you've got, I know you said you're probably not going to use this, but that is to monitor your audio for your microphone. So if you plug your headset in the bottom here, you'll be able to monitor how loud that is coming through your headset.
Okay.
You might not need to do that.
Can you connect to Bluetooth with your headset?
Yes.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah. So really easy. That's the first thing that we'll put down. So that will go there. Then we have been given from a company called Fifine over here, has given us a pair of microphones. These are dynamic microphones, which means you need to be very close to them, but they are ideally situated for podcasts. So as part of this video for my brother, I reached out to Fifine to try and see if they were willing to help sponsor this video and send some recording equipment to get him off the ground in his podcasting experience. They were very kind enough to send me a couple of K688 Fifine microphones, as well as their accompanying boom arm. The boom arm is the BM88. It is a low-profile boom arm, very similar to the one that I use from Elgato. I do like these kinds of boom arms because they're sturdy and they tend to be maneuverable enough so that they don't get in the way when you're trying to position it correctly. As this K688 microphone is a dynamic microphone, they're sort of ideally situated for podcasts. So of course, they are microphones that are heavily influenced by proximity. In order to get the best sound out of this microphone, you do have to be quite close to it. But that's exactly what a podcast is designed to do. In this intimate setting that my brother is trying to create, he really wants to get that podcast feel. And I think that the K688 over here does a really good job at the price point of making the audio quality sound so very good. The other thing that I really like about this microphone in particular is its diversity, okay? It does have both XLR as well as USB-C output. So if you wanted to throw it into an audio mixer, you have that capability by plugging it in via XLR. But if alternatively you just want to get up and go, the USB Type-C is really quick and easy. It is a universal plug that most hardware accommodates these days. In fact, when I was doing the initial setup for this, it was as simple as plugging that USB-C directly into a phone, and I could use this microphone instantly as a microphone on a phone, recording footage straight from the get-go. One of the really good things, like I said, about this microphone is its price point. Usually you can find this for about $70, with the boom arm ranging anywhere between $50 and $70, depending on the time. As Fifine are actually sponsoring this video, we have also got a discount code that you can use at checkout. Just use the code FIFINEMIC15 and you'll get an additional 15% off your purchase. The bottom of the microphone does have controls for additional gain as well as monitoring with your headset. You can plug your headphones, just like I am now, directly into the bottom of the microphone to get instantaneous one-to-one feedback, knowing how you sound. It's also got a really handy little mute button, in case you want me to shut up. The BM88 boom arm that is accompanying with this is a really simple thing to set up. It took me all of about 7 seconds. Essentially, it features a clamp that you can place on the desk, 2 maneuverable arms that you can maneuver very, very easily and adjust the height on to get this microphone to the right position for your mouth, and also features a very, very handy cable raceway so that when you're plugging in your microphone, you can cable tidy both your XLR cable and your headphone cable, or maybe if you're using the USB Type-C, you can route that that one out as well. It keeps your setup nice and clean whilst offering you the stability that you need to have a microphone that's not moving around, whilst also positioning it ideally for a podcast setup.
That is a good looking microphone.
Oh, nice then.
Professional.
So they're going to connect to our Focusrite mixer over here. They're going to go right into the bottom, but they can also be connected via USB. So you can actually just plug it straight in USB, straight into a laptop, or even into your phone. So if you wanted to record directly off your phone, say you're away from home, you could plug that into the phone, record straight on the phone, and it will pick up the audio straight away.
Very cool.
Really, really easy. Now, obviously, you don't have a laptop, so I did have to pick you up a laptop. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't a fancy laptop. Whoop. It's nothing fancy, but it's enough for you to get started recording your equipment as well as editing your podcast. Okay?
Shit.
So it's nothing super fancy, obviously, because I have a budget.
This is amazing. Thank you so much, Tom. Yeah, wow, look at this.
My brother knew that I was doing this setup for him, but he had no idea I was also going to get him a laptop. The reason I was getting him a laptop is because he currently only has a Chromebook, and a Chromebook was not powerful enough to run things like OBS, to run things like the Focusrite software, to be able for him to record it directly to the laptop, and then also use the video editor that we were going to use, which is DaVinci Resolve. It just wasn't good enough on a Chromebook. So I went round, I did some research, and I picked myself up this Asus laptop over here for him to get off the ground. Now, it wasn't like, it's not the most expensive thing, but I'm not completely made of money. So I think I spent about $400 to $500 on this one, just to get him something that he can get working with straight away. And genuinely, this goes out to anybody out there that is looking to get started in any sort of content creation. You do not have to dive in at the deep end. You do not have to go in and spend thousands upon thousands trying to get yourself set up. You can go in at a budget and just use what you have, make it work, and then as you build up gradually over time, just invest more and more and more into your setup. With raceways inside of the actual boom arm itself, so we can cable tidy over here. So
Move it a little bit. Can't fit. Yeah, down a bit. Perfect. Yeah.
So they've got raceways over here where you can essentially cable tidy all of the cables that you'll need. Here's just a very quick demonstration of the BM88 boom arms that we got from Fifine. Really cool little feature over here. You can just run cables down through the underside of the boom arm. Quite common actually in boom arm setups. Really easy to put together, and that helps you tidy your cables away so you don't trip, you don't fall, you don't get tangled in them. Super useful. This is going to be clamped to your coffee table here. Put that one in. It's got a little ball head here for our microphone, so let's grab that. That's more like it. Getting into place. Your position, host?
I'm going to be sitting there, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we'll plug that one into host.
Just push back, yeah.
It like slides. I can't remember if it's up or down.
Yeah, slides down. Hold that thought.
Cool.
My co-host is here.
Aha! So I'm really happy to be able to have this opportunity to help my brother out, get him off his feet and started on his journey. I've been doing content creation now for 6 years, and he's only just looking to start his journey now. So I get to be in the very fortunate position where I get to help him out and get him a bunch of stuff like this to get him going. Because when you're first starting out, a lot of the blockers in the early days are, I don't have a laptop, I don't have a microphone, I don't have a camera. Fortunately, the day and world we live in now, that stuff is so much easier, so much more accessible. If I get to flex what I can do already as a content creator to help him get started, all the better. Focusrite is really, really easy. You can see over here, it's already picking up. It should be this one. Yeah, because that's the main mic.
Okay.
So basically, you can click host or guest, and this will adjust the volume or the gain on the microphone.
Yep.
And you can click this to mute. So you can see now they're both green, because I know it's backwards, because you've got host here, guest here.
Yeah.
But you can mute them independently.
Yep.
And this will control your monitoring levels if you've got your headphones
For the
plugged in.
headphones, yeah.
So you can plug a headphone directly into the bottom of the mic, or you can plug it in here and do the same thing.
it just gives you like one-to-one live feedback of what you're doing. So if ever you need to mute anybody, you just press a mute button, press a mute button.
Shut up,
Yeah.
So here I just start running my brother Reese through how to use OBS Studio. It is the de facto, basically, the de facto recording software that everybody uses when they're looking at content creation. It is just a very malleable, very adaptable bit of kit that you can set up your cameras, your microphones, you can put up individual audio tracks so that when it comes to the editing process that happens later on, he's going to be able to edit and adjust the volume gains on both the guest microphone and the host microphone independently, whilst also being able to add additional audio tracks for any background music or any effects that he wants to add to his podcast later on. I also had to show them how to actually use things like DaVinci Resolve, which is what I use to edit all my videos. It's a completely free video editing platform. It's very, very powerful, very, very intrinsic and basic to use, but it will give him absolutely everything that he needs in order to get his stuff out there. Now I think he edits all of his Instagram stuff on CapCut, which is great, also a free platform, but DaVinci it just has a lot more capabilities than that and is able to have a self-contained environment to do everything that he needs to do and save all the preset sets that he needs.
Maybe you want to do it 3 times. Maybe you want to have one camera that's the whole thing, another camera that's just on you, another camera that's just on you, and then you'll chop and edit. And when you say, oh, I only want to be focusing on, let's just say this is Reese chatting. We only want to be focusing on Reese. You can just have, say it's the top video track, that's the one that's going to be playing on top, think of it as layers.
Because he also wanted to make sure that he had camera over here, he was just using a standard iPhone 14 Max, I think, to try and record the audio. Now the thing is you can use this piece of software called Irion Webcam, connect that directly to your PC, and it essentially turns your phone into a microphone with no delay if used via USB. We were having that camera phone set up right in the center to capture both of their faces essentially in one wide lens shot. But what I showed him how to do in DaVinci Resolve was how do you split that video feed into 3 separate video feeds and then have those 3 separate video feeds have different focal points. So one would be a focus on my brother, one would be a focus on Alex, and one would be a wide angle shot of both of them. So when that comes to the editing process, he will be able to focus on individual people or both of them wherever the podcast decides it, basically. It requires a bit of editing time. I think it took him about 6 hours to edit his first podcast video, but it is worthwhile in my opinion.
Sunday at the Masters, Rory McIlroy had a 4-shot lead, a green jacket in sight, and absolutely no idea what Augusta was about to do to him. Welcome to Reading the Break, a golf history podcast about collapses, comebacks, scandals, rivalries, bad decisions, and an occasional millionaire making choices the 18 handicap mate would get abused for in the clubhouse. I'm Reese, this is my good friend and occasional 4-ball better ball partner, although after today...
It makes me real happy that he was able to do his first podcast now. I know that wasn't a lot of pictures and imagery about the setup over there, but it really meant a lot to me to be able to give that to him. And I'd like to do more of this sort of thing in the future, perhaps with an actual proper setup myself, not doing it on a whim like I did today. Now, please, ladies and gentlemen, if you like golf at all, go ahead. Check out his podcast. It should be live now. I will leave links to it down in the description. Give him a follow. Follow him on Instagram, that sort of thing, and just help people follow their dreams. That's all this is really about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know this isn't normal content, but this is what you got from me today. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and a comment down below if you're a big fan of golf. I'll see you all in the very next video. Big love.